Welcome to a new episode of the ChileKnitz podcast. My name is Connie, and this is a podcast about knitting and yarn dyeing and all things yarn related. It's been a long time since I last recorded. I have been very busy dyeing yarn. That's the main reason. I was not foreseeing that I was gonna have to dye yarn so much. So normally I would have time to knit and then time to dye yarn, but lately it's only been yarn dyeing and yarn dyeing and yarn dyeing, which I really enjoy. But since I had no knitting, I thought, well, I'm gonna record if I have nothing on my needles to show you, or no progress on anything. So a couple of weeks ago, I went away on holidays. My parents have a lake house, like a 2-hour drive away from the city, and so being there for a little bit has helped me have more time to knit, because I can't really dye yarn there. And it's been great because I've missed knitting so much. And at the same time, I've been relaxing and giving my back a break. I think I've injured my back not dyeing yarn a little bit. Before the Rhinebeck fair, I was dyeing and I felt a sprain. And then I kept on dyeing, and then it started hurting all over the place. I think my body was just compensating to not use that area. And so this holiday time is good because I give my body a rest. I've been reading and knitting and just hanging out with my kids and enjoying family time, which is something that I really, really appreciate. So yes, I'm not going to promise again that I'm going to record every week or every 2 weeks. Basically, I was not foreseeing the amount of yarn dyeing that I've been having to do lately. Hopefully that's going to continue that way, but if that's the case, then I can't really promise that I'm going to be recording every week because, well, I won't be able to knit as much. I will try though that at least I'll have an episode a week. At least an episode a month. So just to catch up and talk to you guys about what I've been doing. The purpose of my podcast was originally not to talk about my yarn in the business, my yarn business. But I think that since I'm dyeing so much, it would be fun to just show you the yarns and the colors that I'm dyeing, just as my finished objects, basically, because otherwise I have nothing to show you guys. Without further ado, I'm going to show you my FO that I have today. I've been working on this since past November. I took it to my Barcelona Knits trip, and it's been quite the the road for this one, because it's I'm gonna start talking about what it is instead of keeping in the dark, you guys. It's called the Mohair shawl by Knit Graffiti. I'll put a picture. I used ChileKnitz Nube, which is my 100% superwash merino base, fingering weight. And so the pink is called Dollhouse, the light blue is called Nina, and the purple is called Kismet. And so basically the shawl uses 3 colors, mostly all of the skeins for each color, and it's a lot of fun. It's got garter stitch, a little bit of lace work, and of course you can see the brioche. So this took me a long time. I'm normally quite a fast knitter, but it did require some concentration. I did have to frog, or just think back a few rows, because I noticed I made a few mistakes that were unfixable, by pulling out the stitches on that row. And so things were a little bit slow, and then when I came back home, then I had to dye so much yarn and no knitting time. And whenever I had knitting time, this is not the project that I picked up because of the brioche, and you had to be focused. And so now that I went away on holidays, I just gave it a lot of love, and I managed to get it done in a couple of days. and I am extremely happy because I love this project. Please do not be afraid of it because I had difficulties. I only had them because I was like knitting and talking and like traveling and moving around. I don't think I would have had any issues otherwise, and I would have finished it a lot quicker if I did not have so much dyeing to do and other, you know, life stuff going on. So I totally encourage you to knit it. It's like the perfect size because I like my shawls quite big. So I can't wait to wear it next winter. Of course, now it's summer, so there's no way I'm gonna put that on. It's super hot outside. I have the AC on max, so if you hear a sound, that's what it is. And also, I came back to the city for the day because I'm gonna ship a few purchases. And Felix came along with me. Emma's with my mom over at the lake house. So Felix is upstairs playing. So if you hear sounds, that's what it is. And I apologize in advance for it. So that's my only faux for now. But it's a good one, isn't it? I'm super excited about it. Well, as I said, it's Knit Graffiti. She's a really good, I love her designs. I love how clear her instructions are. And I really enjoyed it. I would definitely knit one again. I just need a breather. But I would definitely knit one again. I love, 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 as I said, the size of it. It's just perfect. I think you just put it on and it sort of dresses you up completely. I've seen a few examples of them and they all look pretty, like in different colors. I really like them all. So yes, it's something that I would definitely tackle again and something that I totally recommend. My next, well, I don't have another raffle. I'm sorry. That's all I've managed to finish. But I started my Elton, as soon as I was done with my Marvelous shawl, I started my Elton cardigan. I've been eyeing that cardigan forever. I saw Jorge wearing it at Barcelona Knits. Yes. And I adored it, and I said, okay, as soon as I'm done with the shawl, the Elton cardigan is what I am going to cast on. I was already thinking about it when I went to Rhinebeck, so I got some mohair from Primrose Yarns. She, let me see, I have them in my yarn, but it's okay. I picked this spread. It's called Fire Meets Gasoline. That's the colorway. And I'm also using my, I saw it and I was like, oh, that looks perfect with a colorway that I have called Enchanted Apple. And so here is that sweat. I think the color is quite accurate. Isn't that cute? If you guys don't know me that well, my favorite color is red. I have been wanting to knit myself something red for a long time. I knit my Recoleta sweater by Jorge Locatelli with red as well, but it's a knit I don't wear that much because of the yarn thickness. It's knit in worsted, and it's very rare that I wear that sort of yarn weight. So when I saw the first picture of the Elton, I immediately imagined it in red, and then when I saw the mohair and the Primrose stand in Rhinebeck, I was like, yes, that color's gonna really work with my Enchanted Apple colorway. And here it is. I think I started this like a week ago, and I seriously cannot stop knitting. It's completely addictive. I can't wait to get it done. I think I'm like halfway down the body. I think I might just knit like this bit more, and then work on the ribbing and then the sleeves. I bought the perfect buttons for it at the Barcelona Knits Festival, so I really, really cannot wait to get it done wearing it. It's so, so soft, and it's a lot of fun to knit. It's obviously super simple, it's just like straight stockinette, but the fact that you're changing materials each row, every 4 rows, it's just like, I don't know what it is about it. It's just super simple, but I can't stop knitting it. I'm completely addicted. Like, I can't even sleep thinking about like all the time that I want to spend knitting this sweater. It's just, oh, I can't wait. And of course, I'm gonna have to wait till winter to wear this because it feels really warm, even in my hands right now. So I'm gonna assume it's gonna be super warm and perfect for the next winter. So yes, that's called Elton by Joji Locatelli. She's definitely one of my favorite designers. I love the way that her patterns are very well, very clear, and also all her designs are very, very feminine, which is something I really, really like in a garment. So my next thing on the needles, and this is something that I started way before, but I haven't given it love because I've been totally addicted to the Elton. I thought I was gonna also give it some love while at holidays. I will, but I think I'm just gonna finish the Elton first and then I'm gonna jump onto this. I started my Gaudi sweater. If you guys have seen the podcast or my feed, or ChileKnitz in Paris's feed, you'll see that she designed a really gorgeous sweater for the Barcelona Knits Festival. It was inspired in the Gaudi artwork, and so she designed this incredibly beautiful sweater with some yarn that I dyed for her. And so I've started mine. It's just like a little bit of work that I have here. I haven't even scratched the surface of the color work, but I seriously cannot wait to finish this. I mean, I've got a long way to go. I have to make a confession, and please don't hold this against me, but I don't like knitting color work. You know, it's just horrible, but I love color work, okay? Don't get me wrong. It's not that I'm never gonna do it, but I knit so slow when I'm working in color work that it makes me like, ooh, I'm antsy, like I want to just get it done. And I feel that I'm not moving fast enough. And then I look at the result and I'm like, oh, that's gorgeous. But while I'm working on it, I'm like, oh, I can't wait to get past this part and just like knit quickly. Because I'm constantly worried about the tension, so I'm like backtracking and stretching and seeing if it looks good. And so I think that's sort of what slows me down. I bought this ring. You can put the strands, because I knit continental, and it makes it a lot easier. I used to be a lot slower before that, and I had to like switch yarns constantly. But now with a little, I don't know if you've seen it, I'm just going to show you. So this is the color work ring. I think there's a few that have more hooks on them, so you can use more colors. But this is what I bought. I knit continental like this. So then I hook the yarns and then I can pick, which makes it a lot faster. But I'm still slow because as I said before, I'm like constantly checking on the tension, worrying that when I cast off, everything's gonna be scrunched up and I'm gonna have to like frog it. So that's all my current works in progress. I think my future knit after the Gaudi and the Elton is going to be a magnolia sweater. I've been eyeing it for a long time, and I think it's gonna go really well with some yarn that I got at Barcelona Knits. I'll show you probably next episode if I start it. And kind of excited to knit with that. It's also like a reddish speckle yarn, so you guys know I like red, so I'm very excited. So when I went to Rhinebeck, I had bought the Mohair because I thought that I was never going to be able to dye Mohair or even give it a try. I was a little bit scared of the fiber. It felt so fluffy, and I thought, oh man, maybe that's super delicate, and if I work with it, it's gonna felt. But then I started looking into a lot of designs that had the fiber, and I started getting interested in trying it out. So I got some Mohair from my supplier, and I actually loved working with it. There's a lot of it over here, and now I want to knit everything with Mohair, especially now that I've knit the Elton and that I'm touching the texture and it's so super soft. I can't wait to like try all the other patterns that have Mohair in it. So for those of you guys who have been asking what Mohair or Kid Mohair is, The difference between mohair and kid mohair is basically that the kid mohair is the first shearing of the baby Angora goat, while the other one is just from the Angora goat, the normal Angora goat. And it's a very silky and very soft fabric, yarn. It's very resilient and very durable. It has a great property that it takes dye really well. It's also warm in winter. It has insulating properties, but it also keeps cool in the summer. So that's sort of like a plus. You can wear it in both seasons. Mohair is composed of keratin, which is basically what wool, hair, and all the hairs are composed of. But the interesting part of it is that the scales of it are not fully developed. So basically, it's more resistant to felting, and it's also less prone to irritate your skin, because basically like all the scales that come out of the yarn are not like pointing out, they're just like a little bit pronounced, so you can't really feel them. So you've got softness, you've got durability, you've got flammable resistant, crease resistant. What else did I say? I mean, it's got everything. I mean, I'm super excited about the fiber. I was thinking about just knitting a whole cardigan made out of one strand of mohair. I'm not sure if there's a pattern for it. If you've seen one, please let me know. I just can't wait to knit everything with it. I saw, when I was in Barcelona, I saw that a lot of the new sweaters that I see in shops and stuff have like an indication of sort of like the fluffiness coming on. And so I'm really excited because I think it's like a really feminine and sort of ethereal look. And I can't wait to try it on everything. I hope you guys try it as well. Well, if you guys want to know more about the mohair information, I can put a link down here so you guys can see some more tidbits of information. It's very interesting. Before I sort of bought it, I did not know most of these things. I wasn't aware. I mean, didn't know. But I really enjoy learning new things about different fibers and working with them. So next thing up, I'm sorry if this podcast has been like jumpy, but it's super out of practice. Even though I missed it a lot, I've been like, my ideas are all over the place, and I think I'm just like cramming a lot of things in a very little amount of time because I only have a few hours to record this and then edit it. So next thing up, and the last thing I want to talk about, is a new podcast that's out. If you guys speak Spanish, I know some of you do, and if you don't, you should practice. It's fun. So if you do, go and check out Mr. Wall's new podcast. He is a yarn dyer in Chile. We are really good friends, and I really liked his episode. Well, he's got 2 episodes out now. I really liked it. I think it shows very much how he is in like reality, and I love the fact that he's always inspired and dyeing yarn as well. I love his colorways, and I love the way he explains how he's dyeing it and using the yarn and where his ideas come from. I think it's really exciting to have a friend that I know closely in the knitting community recording a podcast. I know that for him it was really hard to take the leap, but now that he has, I'm very happy for him, and I wish him all the best. So with that note, I will leave you guys. I know it was short but sweet, and it felt a little bit hurried. I'm gonna try and record when I am at the lake house, so I'm bringing the camera with me. So I'll have a podcast to upload when I come back from my holiday. So now I'm gonna be gone. Today is the 23rd of January. Oh my god, how time flies. And I'm gonna be back probably in a month from now. So hopefully I have something to record over there. And hopefully when I get back I have more time to knit so I can record more often. Anyway, if you got any comments, any knitting ideas for next projects, why don't you guys tell me what you guys are planning on knitting? Are you interested in knitting with mohair as much as I am? I just want to know all these things. So I hope you guys have a great next month of knitting. I've seen pictures of you guys on on the other hemisphere in winter, and I'm like, oh my god, that's just crazy. It's so hot here, and I see all sorts of snowed landscapes all over the place. And I mean, I know this happens, you know, I've known it forever, but it always surprises me because it's just like the stark contrast is insane. So well, I hope you guys have a great next month, and well, see you soon. Thanks for watching. Bye. There's something I forgot to mention. I'm gonna do a giveaway for my 11,000 follower benchmark on Instagram. That was a mouthful. So I'm gonna try and do that next week, because I'm going to have a 2-week period of people that can participate on it, and then I'm gonna pick a winner, and I'm gonna come back from my holidays, and then I'm gonna post it. So I hope you guys like what the giveaway is. I'm gonna put a picture here, and I invite you all to participate. In advance, I want to thank you all for your support. Without you guys, my work would be a lot more boring and a lot more lonelier. I love when you comment on my pictures, and and all the support that you guys have given me throughout the time that I've been doing this. I hope that I can do this for a lot longer, and you guys definitely give me the energy that I need to go on when things get a little bit tough. So thank you in advance. Sending you big hugs. Bye.